So welcome to my game hype for 2025, and the dust is just settling on 2024. What an amazing year for video games. And I thought 2024 was going to be a quiet year coming off 2023. I was dead wrong. And I thought maybe 2025 might be a bit slower as well. No, I was dead wrong. Some amazing games coming out. And I'll ask you guys, what are some games that you're looking forward to in 2025? Let me know down below.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
And we're going to start off with an Ys game, and that is for Ys Memoir, Oath of Felghana. Yes, a game that came from Ys 3, The Wanderers from Ys, when it was released over here, and it was a reimagining of Ys 3. And that came out on PC many years ago, and I played it there, and I quite enjoyed it. And now we're getting an enhanced version of that game once again, but coming to consoles. And that is really exciting with some updated music. You can pick different music tracks, updated visuals. But what a way to start off the new year with an Ys game. And I think a lot of people have not played Oath of Felghana. And basically what it is it's Ys 3 reimagined. So check it out. It looks really amazing, and I'm really looking forward to that game in the beginning of 2025.
I can tell you're no amateur.
Now, my wife was very excited to hear that this game was coming out from Nintendo, and that is Donkey Kong Country Returns High Definition. And she loves the Donkey Kong Country games, and she's played all of the original games. She's finished all of them with me over the years. And when she heard that there's going to be a high definition remastering of those original games that she played, she was really excited to hear that. So she's really looking forward to Returns, and just to return to Donkey Kong. It feels like there's been a long time since we've had a Donkey Kong game. So it's nice to get the classics once again. Now, at the State of Play, they showed many big announcements, and I gotta admit, not a lot of them moved me. It took some old school games to move me, and that was for a Lunar collection for Lunar 1 and 2 right here. And these are some classic games that originally came out on the Mega CD, Sega CD, and then were brought over to the PlayStation 1. And I played all of them, and I've loved them. They're a return to innocence. I've often said that on the channel.
This isn't just my adventure, Luna. It's ours.
It's about young people finding out who they are and how they fit into the world with great turn-based combat, beautiful pastel-y, colorful graphics, and that pixel style we love so very much. And I'm looking forward to this. Yes, I know that Working Designs did the originals, the original translations, and they really want to help out with the new versions coming out.
Oh, great. Don't tell me you're hearing voices now.
I'm sure I heard something.
But with Gun Ho, who's actually doing all the translations and all that, they haven't gone back to Working Designs. That's something that I did here. So I do hope that there's a compromise, and then we can get some of those old translations and some of those old things in the Working Designs games into this new collection. That would be absolutely stellar for the ultimate Lunar experience. Now, what's crazy when I'm sitting here thinking about it, and it just kind of hit me now, oh my god, in 2025, we're getting a lot of games we already got. We're getting remasters or remakes of those original games. And that doesn't end, because we are getting a remastering of Xenoblade Chronicles X, which originally came out on the Wii U here, and was one of the best RPGs on the system.
Not too shabby, huh?
This game was heavy, man. This game was long, it was gigantic. And so, Kim, being the Xenoblade Chronicles fanatic that she is, I said, hey, do you want to tackle this in the new year? She's like, absolutely. So come March, Kim is going to take on Xenoblade Chronicles X. And this is a wild game where you're part of a colony that crash lands onto a planet.
We call it New Los Angeles.
And you're trying to map out the world and survive it. And it's fascinating stuff. It's really gigantic, and I'm so thrilled it's finally coming, because I think a lot of us out there are like, oh man, I really want to play through all this, but do I have to hook up the Wii U and download all those big texture packages? Finally, we can have it on the Switch, where it deserves to be, where a lot more people can play it. A lot of people played it on the Wii U and loved it. I have some friends of mine that absolutely adored it, flying around in the mech suits and all of that. But now, this is more mainstream being on the Switch. The Switch has obviously a bigger user base, so a lot more people will be able to experience Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Fancy seeing you here.
Now, one of my favorite fighting games ever on the Neo Geo. I've talked about it quite a lot over the years, and it's quite old now. It is. It's almost as old as me. And I only have this version because I can't afford the actual Neo Geo game. This is the PS4 game in a kind of a clamshell that represents the old style Neo Geo games. But I love this game, playing as Terry Bogard and Rock. It was great stuff. It took the Fatal Fury series further into the future.
KO!
This game has just been one that I've played over and over the years. And then that's kind of it. Until they announced Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, a brand new 3D, 2D fighting game representing the good old days. And all of the original characters are back. They got a lot of brand new characters as well. And I gotta say, the attention to detail, the attention to the animation was absolutely stunning. I was excited like I was back on the old Neo Geo, and I'm like, we're getting another Mark of the Wolves game. I cannot believe it. After so much time, I'm just so thankful that they haven't forgotten about the series and they're doing it justice. Everything I've seen on this game is extraordinary, and I really can't wait to play it in 2025. And once again, I know this is crazy, everything that is old will be new again because they're bringing out, Konami's bringing out Suikoden 1 and 2. Now, these are the original ones I bought on my PlayStation 1 back in the day. RPG series, phenomenal, great music, emotional story. These games have it all. Super fast combat as well, which you will really appreciate. And they're bringing these out as Suikoden 1 and 2 high definition remasters. And again, being an older person playing these games when the original came out, I'm thrilled that a whole brand new audience will get a chance to experience these classic PS1 games from my youth. I'm so happy that people will be playing them again in 2025. What a crazy year so far. Like, look at what we've gone through so far, and we're not nearly done yet. And yes, we're getting some more remasters. I know, brace yourselves. Capcom Fighting Collection is coming out. The two highlights for me are the Power Stone games. Games from the Dreamcast era, and games that I used to play with my friend Rob all of the time. I used to absolutely destroy him in Power Stone. I used to be quite good at the game. And I'm really looking forward to playing some remasters of that, some high definition ports to modern consoles. And I know it's ridiculous this year. Like 2025 is like, yeah, how about we just bring out all the old games that everybody's already played and just make them a little bit better? And I'm the first person to be saying, I'm here to eat it all up. I don't care. And Combo Breaker, yes, on the PS5, Ghost of Yutai is coming out. All I've ever seen is a trailer of this game. We don't know what direction it's going to go in, but coming off Ghost of Tsushima, I'm really excited about what this game has to offer. And if it's anything like Ghost of Tsushima, we're in for a serious treat because Ghost of Tsushima is a 10 out of 10 game for me on the PS4 and on the PS5. An incredible game set in the samurai era, perfect stuff, perfect gameplay, really exciting to go around the countryside and just get into absolute fights with everybody and get chased by bears. That's beside the point, but I loved that game. So I'm having some high hopes. The glass is half full for me on this game, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, we don't know, like it just seems too different, and a lot of people don't like the female protagonist. I don't care. I think this is going to be fascinating. It's with a really good team, and I'm putting a lot of faith in it. Okay, another game I'm excited about is another game from the past. I know, it's insane. And that is a remake of one of my favorite games of all time. It's in my top 10 favorite games of all time, and that is for Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. And yes, it's coming out as Metal Gear Solid Delta. Now, this is not a port, because we've already had that of this quite a few times. This is a full-on 3D remake from the ground up. And I gotta say, it looks stunning. And I'm crossing my fingers because Kojima is not there, behind the scenes.
Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
And I really hope that the team in charge of all of this really knows what they're doing and really honors the original. Because I must admit, I am a little bit scared. I'm excited and scared at the same time that I don't want to see this get messed up because it's one of my favorite games. And I want it to be one of my favorite games in full 3D going forward on like PS5 or whatever it comes out on. I'm looking forward to this big time. And for me, it has a lot of expectations because it's in my top 10 favorite games of all time. What do you guys think of the brand new Metal Gear game coming out? I can't believe we're getting a brand new remake of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Unbelievable. Sometime in 2025, we're not sure right now, but I'm gonna try to get a review copy and play it early and give some impressions on it for sure. And there's another little game coming out in 2025. I don't know if it'll sell that much. I don't know if it'll catch on or, you know, the mainstream audiences will like it too much or even want to play it. Little game. Grand Theft Auto 6 is exploding onto consoles, and I think everybody has got their eyes on this game. And I want to say something. I love Vice City and I love all the Grand Theft Auto games, but I'm not a fanatic about it. Like, I know Kim's dad, who I know is watching right now, he loves the Grand Theft Auto series and he finishes every single achievement, every single thing that you can do in these games he has done. So I know he will be looking forward to it, like a lot of you out there. For me, I want to play it for the curiosity of what they've done, because they've been working on this game for so many years that I just want to see what it's like to drive around the city, because this is what I always do. I always build up these huge expectations, and then I play a Grand Theft Auto game, and I'm like, oh, I'm playing a Grand Theft Auto game. I'm always expecting it to be something else, where it's a Grand Theft Auto game, and it always will be.
Well, look who's back.
But what I always enjoy doing is just getting in a car, grabbing somebody out, stealing the car, and driving around the city, listening to all the radio stations, and creating havoc. That's it. That's what I like to do in Grand Theft Auto games. I gotta say, I love Vice City. That's still my favorite of all time. I just love the music. I loved everything about that game. But GTA 6 is really gonna shape up to be the biggest game of the year. Will it live up to expectations? Who knows? In this modern era of video games, what direction will they go in? Will it be as edgy as the older games? Can they get away with that anymore? I would like to think that they could. I would love to see them push the envelope on a lot of things, because that's what Grand Theft Auto has always done. Or will they take another direction? We shall see. Are you guys picking up Grand Theft Auto 6? Will it be your game of the year for 2025? Let me know down below.
Trust?
Trust.
Now here is where we get into a little bit of speculation, but a lot of games that have been announced as well. And that is for the Nintendo Switch 2 will be announced in 2025. All of us, I know most of us, are really excited about this, and we're wondering, what does Nintendo have planned? Because we do know we are getting Metroid Prime 4 as probably a launch game. I'd be surprised if it wasn't, and we've seen a lot of that. And yeah, it's a lot like Metroid Prime 1, but looking a little bit better. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see what it looks like on a Switch 2 as well, because I know there'll be a Switch 1 port and a Switch 2 port. Without a doubt, they'll do that. And I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm looking forward to the Metroid. Finally. We're finally getting Metroid Prime 4. Okay, what has Nintendo got planned for the year? Will we get a Wave Race? Will we get a new Mario game at launch? I can't even begin to guesstimate of what Nintendo's got planned. I don't know, will we get another F-Zero? Will we get a Mario Kart in the first year? Never mind about a new Smash Brothers, you know that's coming. So it is fascinating how 2025 has a big machine from Nintendo coming out, but we really don't know a lot about it. There's a lot of speculation. So a lot of people saying that we'll get Metaphor ReFantazio ported to the system as well, which will be a great thing. And how powerful will the Switch 2 be? A lot of people are saying like a PS4 Pro. We will have to wait and find out. Are you guys excited about the Switch 2? What are some of your predictions? Let me know down below. And it was the Game Awards this year, and they showed a few games that really kind of piqued my interest.
Tell me something good.
One of them was Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet by Naughty Dog. And I gotta say, this game looked interesting. I don't really know what to make of it right now, but I love it that they say they were influenced by Cowboy Bebop and some anime, and it's kind of like a futuristic action game, so kind of interesting. And they showed a sequel to Okami, which I was kind of blown away about. And .emu is jumping back into it again with Ninja Gaiden. And I gotta say, this really kind of captured my imagination. It's kind of funny because I was watching a Let's Play of it the other day, and I was like, oh my god, I love Ninja Gaiden. And then they announced that trailer. And everything old is new again? Virtual Fighter is back. I could not believe it when they did this announcement. I'm like, Virtual Fighter 6? This felt like a franchise that's been long forgotten, and too long forgotten, and I was glad to see it make a return. And Onimusha is back by Capcom. I can't believe that, so looking forward to finding out more information about that. And this may be a wild thing for people, but I've never played the Witcher games. I know, everybody's gone on at me for years about it. But Witcher 4 was announced, and I haven't played a Witcher game, and this one looks pretty cool, so I'm looking forward to kind of jumping into that for sure. And also some other games I hope that come out in 2025 is those Sega games. Remember? They're gonna release Crazy Taxi and Golden Axe. Bring those back. I wanna see them for sure. And the other game, the last game, and we're not telling Kim about this, I think she already knows, there is a sequel to Fantasy Life. This is one of Kim's favorite RPGs where you can work different jobs and different classes. She did it all, and she spent hundreds of hours in that game. So she's really looking forward to the sequel, and that is also getting released in 2025. So, what did you think about my list? It's kind of crazy, right? There's a lot of stuff from the past that's coming out once again, but yet we are getting the Grand Theft Auto 6, we are getting the Nintendo Switch 2, we are getting a full-on remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. These are some things that are very, very exciting to me. What are you guys excited about in 2025? Let me know down below. So anyways, guys, until next time.